CJ.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hello, 5 people. Live a little early for a couple of minutes. I'm not gonna be on long. Hello, hello. Hello, Chase and Tail. Yep, results are in and no one is talking. I know Chase and Tails. Oh, well, there is a lot of people talking, just not the politicians right now. It's nice to see peaceful gatherings and to see people celebrating instead of violence, I have to say. Hello, we are everywhere. It's a sad day for both sides. It is a sad day for both sides. Hey, Denise. Hey, Lisa. A lot of people are happy with the results, and it seems that, with all the controversy going on with them saying that the votes and everything and the lawsuits and all that, from what you're seeing on the streets today with happy gatherings and people celebrating, that there truly was a lot of people that came out and voted for Biden. Um, the governing body has to say it's official if Biden is going to be doing a press conference at 8 o'clock. I understand we are everywhere. I do. I just think that people are. I'm not gonna change the layout. I just think that this country. I think this country is terribly divided, and there's a lot going on with this country, and it's clear that the other day one of my chats or somebody's live stream, I don't remember if it was mine or somebody else's, they had made a statement that Biden couldn't even fill a high school's gymnasium for people to come to support. And it's clear that just because he didn't fill that one venue doesn't mean that he doesn't have a bunch of supporters, because it's clear what you're seeing with the peaceful gathering. And yes, it does still have to go to court, but um, in my honest opinion, and I didn't vote because I was in quarantine, so I couldn't go out and vote. But like I said many times, I was gonna vote for the lesser of the two evils, kind of, sort of, and that would have been Trump. And my reasoning was is because the very things I hate about Trump is what needed him to run the country. And I have to be honest, and a lot of people are not gonna like me for this. They're just not. And I stand by my statement. When you are the president of this country, you are a leader. You represent us. You represent us all. So how you what's the word I'm looking for? The
Present
way you
yourself.
yes, the way you present yourself, the way you compose yourself, the way you act, regardless of what everyone has been saying to me every time I say this, is the very representation of this country. So other countries are looking at us and they're making fun of us because of how our president reacts. He felt he was cheated, and he has every right to make that statement. He has every right to feel that way. I completely get it. But you could have went about it differently. You could have expressed it differently. Instead, on a broken country who's already been rioting and we're going through a pandemic, whether you believe the pandemic is real or not, that's on you. I I'm one that truly does believe that this pandemic is very real. And that's only because someone I'm very close to had it. And I seen and listened to his wife upset about how bad it was. And now a close friend of mine here has just gotten it by a customer he delivered to with wearing a mask. And he is about to be put in the hospital. So it is very real. So
There's no
I
question of
respect
its reality.
I respect how Donald Trump handled the coronavirus and how he tried to protect us when it first came here. I respect. There's a lot of things I do respect about Donald Trump. I just don't respect the man's attitude. I don't respect his not his ignorance, his arrogance. I think right now it is a time for it not to be arrogant. I think it's a time for him being our nation's leader, to, whether you voted for him or you didn't vote for him, to not, I'm not even wording this right. Like, I get he felt he was cheated, and I get why he feels he was cheated. I completely understand that fact, that point. But you can be going about it a better way. The fact remains that this election year uh, is different than any other because of the pandemic. So a lot of people did mail in their ballots, and a lot of people did vote early. And because of being able to mail in early, uh, being able to vote early and mail in your votes, made a big difference on how many people actually did vote in this country, whether you like it or not. And yes, Carol, a tiger lady, I agree. He is trying to stop voting fraud. I do believe voting fraud has been going on for a while, but Why is it so important for him to stop it now? Because he lost. Where was it when he ran 4 years ago? There's been many times that there's been questions about the polls, and you know he didn't do it 4 years ago because he won by a landslide. There was no way. Even I knew there was no way Hillary Clinton was beating Donald Trump. And in my eyes, these two candidates, and even 4 years ago, and he stopped throwing that cereal. And even 4 years ago when he ran against Hillary, them two and Biden and Trump, watching their debates and watching how they ran themselves through this election, it reminded me of somebody in high school running for president for their high school class. And even some of them kids are more mature than these candidates were.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. There's no freaking doubt about that.
You
I
know,
have to
so
agree 100%.
so again, these are the people that represent our country. Quite frankly, I didn't care who won. I just wanted someone to win because I damn sure didn't want Nancy Pelosi to run this country.
Not a chance.
And whether you're Republican, you're Democrat, you're Independent, at some point you have to agree that having her run this country would be bad.
It's
Really,
a really bad
really, really
idea.
bad. So,
I think
and
that's
me,
it's a serious conflict of interest anyway, dude. I don't, you know, yeah.
I've always been raised to love my country because whether you like whether you like what is going on in this country or not right now, there is no greater country to live in the world with our freedoms and everything we have. So what upsets me about what's going on right now, the way this election has been going, when Bill Clinton and Hillary was going, hell, even back when Bill Clinton got caught with a cigar and getting a blowjob, it to me is disrespectful to the very foundation this country was built on. To the men and women, our forefathers that built this country, the men and women, not just today, but from ever, that fought and bled for the very rights that we have. It's a slap in their face. You know,
Every I'll tell you what, Lisa. What I've known in my time is that every president is different. Every single one of them has their own personality and their own freaking stylings of how they run a country. It doesn't matter if it's red or blue or anything like that. It depends on the person. You know,
right,
regardless of whether or not you're red or blue or Republican, Democrat, liberal, freaking conservative, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like there's some presidents that have taken a more progressive stance on certain issues, even though they're conservative Republican. You know, there are some freaking like liberal policies that they will push because it's beyond freaking the liberal agenda, and it's about a human right or a human factor at that point. You know, as well as some conservative concerns or conservative agendas are not necessarily along the lines of red and blue. They're more toward, you know, human rights and basic
right,
freaking needs and stuff like that. So there are a lot of freaking issues on both sides of the aisle where we are all going to eventually agree or whatever, you know, and we're all going to see it as yes, this isn't a freaking bipartisan thing. This is this is a well, this isn't a freaking partisan thing. This is a freaking like a unilateral. This is a unifying thing. Just like everybody has the right to exist. Period. You know,
right,
and we have certain rights that we all should have, regardless of whether or not we're freaking a citizen of the country or not. Like food and medicine and housing and freaking medical care and stuff like that. Yes, but there are contingencies you know for those kinds of freaking issues. Yes, nobody should be freaking left out of those kinds of things ever. Even I know that because, well, I was a homeless guy for a long time. I
right,
was. Now I
right,
have a home,
right,
and freaking like I'm not saying that I was homeless right before I came here. No, but when I was younger, I was homeless a lot. So I understand, how people freaking like feel trodden on and kicked around. Okay, nobody knows that better than a homeless guy. Okay,
right.
and
And
freaking
I'm not saying I'm not. I don't think Biden is the greatest choice, and I also necessarily don't think Trump is the greatest choice. But that's what we got. You know what I mean? And I just think that I don't know. This country is so divided right now, and it's so we're fucked right now. We just need something to happen that's for us American people, and not for the politicians right now. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, if I'm wording it right,
Hmm.
because there's a lot of issues that need to be dealt with here, and all I'm seeing is politicians bickering back and forth with one another because one is red and one is blue. You know what I mean? And that's not right. You're here to for us, for the American people. You know, and that I think a lot of the politicians right now, whether they're Democrat or Republican, is forgetting that. So
I'm not a party voter.
I'm not a party voting either.
I don't register for any party. And believe it or not, you can look this up. Independent is a party. So if you register independent, you're part of a freaking political party. If you register unaffiliated, that means you're not even independent. You're
Right.
not even part of the independent party. A lot of
Yeah,
people
that's
don't
how
think that there is an independent party. There is. There
there
actually
is.
is.
That's
Um,
why that's why I said last night, Captain, that and Skeeter, I didn't really think about it until Skeeter said it. Like, independent party isn't out. Well, they're not allowed. I don't know if it's not allowed. That may not be the right word. They can't join the debates. Like when Donald Trump and Biden had their debates, where was the independent party? Where was that candidate? Why
they,
isn't
they didn't
any of
have a
them?
candidate.
Yeah, there is a candidate on the ballot. There is.
Oh, I didn't know that they even had a
Yeah,
candidate.
yeah, that's my point. That was Skeeter's point. There is a candidate. There is a
Okay.
candidate on the
Hey,
ballot.
hey, no doubt. But I mean, the reason that he probably wasn't invited to the freaking, to the debate is because he doesn't have enough backing. There's not enough independent freaking people registered. You could be a political party all you want. If you don't have the freaking membership, the voter, the registrar, if you don't have the registered voters, you probably have to have a certain amount to even get in the debate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this is, I'm open to everybody. I don't want anyone thinking that I'm taking sides and not agreeing with everybody. I'm reading everybody's comment and I'm listening to everybody saying. Me personally, I'm not really. I was unsure about both. Like, if I wasn't in quarantine, I would have voted for Trump reluctantly, but I would have voted for him. My opinion on Trump isn't, as Bashir said, is conflicted because I am from New York and um
It was Trump.
I know
Trump was born in Queens.
where I know a lot of the things Trump has done in New York um that was kind of dickheadish to workers and females, employees, and the lawsuits and all that pending against him. So and I've walked past Trump a few times. It's hard to walk through Manhattan when he's there and not see him a couple of times. Because believe it or not, before Trump became president and had the Secret Service, he was out and about very much, not caring.
He's just a dude.
Right,
He's just a guy.
right. So you would see him very often walking around Manhattan or Trump
Yeah,
Towers or some of his
he,
hotels. And in my
he built a
hometown,
lot of Manhattan.
right. In my hometown, a year or two before we moved here, he bought a bunch of the golf courses that was gonna be closed. Jet Wash, he did get some of the absentee votes. This is what's upsetting to me is that nobody's paying attention and everyone thinks that, and he did not. He did get some of the absentee votes, just not enough to win. There was no one saying that there wasn't just nothing I've watched and nothing that I read besides the conspiracy people and the people that are all like making things worse. Well, his lawyers are wrong. I've watched several different things on several different networks. Even the people that don't like, that are supposed to be against Trump, has shown that he's got some of them absentee votes. And let's talk about his lawyers for a moment. One of his lawyers, and I love this man to death. I know it's going to be a shocker when I say his name because of where I'm from, but Rudy Giuliani is one of his lawyers.
Yeah.
Now, I have great respect for Rudy Giuliani. I don't care what anyone will ever say about him. My opinion of Rudy Giuliani will never change.
I like Rudy.
I have absolute respect for this man, and I'm going to say it before I get into why I find it funny that he's one of Donald Trump's lawyers. During 9/11, Rudy Giuliani was one of the very few quote unquote politicians. At the time of 9/11, he ran New York. So he was down in 9/11 helping them find the bodies. And he was there in the bucket, what they called the bucket parade. And they had a line of people carrying the buckets up from 9/11.
I know other people that did that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Rudy Giuliani was down there literally getting his hands dirty, which is not what you would see most politicians do. Especially, yeah. So I have great admiration for him, and I respected him before 9/11, but it made me respect him more.
Yeah.
He was what makes it funny that Rudy Giuliani is one of Donald Trump's lawyers is that man could not stand Donald Trump. Okay, even before Donald Trump ran for presidency, he did not like that man. He didn't like him. And Rudy Giuliani was in the race, I believe was in the same race at first. Was one of the candidates for the Democrats when Donald Trump first ran, and then had to back out because he got sick. So that's what I find funny, that Rudy Giuliani is one of Donald Trump's lawyers. That probably don't mean shit, but Rudy Giuliani ain't seeing the light, Jet Wash. That man still can't stand Donald Trump. He's not seeing the light. I think there's a hidden agenda.
Infrequently, him and Rudy get along really well. Infrequently.
Right. I don't think there's just corruption in the Democrats. I think there's corruption in all of our government.
Yes.
Not just the Democrats.
Yes. One of the bullet points, one of the freaking slogans that Trump was running on was "Drain the swamp." He didn't care who the swamp monsters were. He wanted to drain the swamp, to expose them all, and to get rid of them. How many people? Hold on. How many people did he eliminate from his own friggin' cabinet?
Exactly.
His own party.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, man.
I agree with you, Captain. When Donald Trump first said that, he wasn't just talking about the Democrats; he was talking about his own party too. And let's be honest, right? Let's be honest right now. Everybody wants to trash the Democrats right now because of this. Because of this quote unquote voter fraud, and I'm gonna say quote unquote because it has yet been hardcore proven. Okay, so fuck, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so Donald Trump said he would drain the swamp. Yep. That meant the Republicans too, not just the Democrats. Okay, yeah. So with that being said, damn, I forgot my thought. It'll come back.
Drain the swamp.
No, I had a point and I lost it. God damn it, Captain. I hate when that happens.
He has eviscerated his own cabinet. Like his own party. He has freaking been ruthless to both sides.
Thank you. You reminded me of you just reminded me what I was gonna say. Now let's be honest here. With all this controversy going on about Donald Trump losing, and this is Donald Trump saying it too, it's just not me. Where is his party? Where is most of his party defending him and backing him up? They're not. They don't even want this man to come on television and speak. And they are trying to get him to stop going on Twitter. So where is the backup from the Republican Party backing up their president? their candidate.
It's running along establishment lines. The establishment politicians are the ones that do not care about red or blue. They care about status quo.
Right, exactly.
That's it.
And yes, it goes by.
Those are your rhinos and your freaking the neo-libs.
Yes, Vanessa, you are correct. Ballots are created by each state laws. And everyone, this is what's upsetting me too, is everybody, let's put aside the fraud for a minute. So the quote unquote supposed fraud. Let's look at our Constitution. And I'll pull it up because I was in another stream a couple days ago, and they were bringing up, and it was false. I even looked it up and saved it to prove that they were wrong. They said, because Donald Trump, I guess, I don't know, kind of touched on it, that in the Constitution, the vote, what's going on with the votes is against the Constitution. It is not against the Constitution. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say the votes have to be in by election day. Nowhere in that Constitution does it say that. What it does say, what it does say in the Constitution is that every American's vote should and will be counted. It does not say there is a time limit. So here's my thing. Everyone is up in arms that don't want Democrat in office because they want to keep their guns. And it is against their constitutional right to have their guns removed. Well, right now, everyone is whining. Again, please put aside the fraud for a minute. Everyone is whining about how all these votes are coming in late and they're being counted. Well, it is our Constitution right to have our vote counted and to be heard. And if you take that away, that isn't fair. It goes against everything this country stands for. And we're already losing sight on a lot of what this country was built on. Stop taking it away.
We don't need to take away parts of our freaking government. We need to
So Jet Wash, how would you, and I'm not being sarcastic, so please don't take it that way. No, everyone is saying there's fraud and that this was all done wrong, and everyone needs to please remember that this election is done during a pandemic, which you're not, social distancing, mask, all that. A lot of people couldn't get out. And with them doing, and I think the mail-in votes and the early voting should stay. I think there needs to be a better system in how it gets done, but it should stay because there has been a record, there's been history made of how many people actually voted in this election. Whether you think it was a fraud or not, you cannot dispute the fact that more people voted in this election than ever before. And that is because people that couldn't get out their house, can't get out their house, whatever the case may be, were still able to vote. So this system that they have for the pandemic, I do agree should stay. It needs to be tweaked. It needs to be better so stuff like this don't keep happening. But I agree it should stay. It gives an opportunity, for example, like a person like Captain who doesn't leave his house. He still can vote by just mailing in his ballot.
It did.
Yeah, see? So that is a good thing. In my opinion, it just needs to be handled better.
Unfortunately, paper ballots count as provisional votes.
Well, it says vote. You understand my point. Like I said, the system needs to be tweaked a little, Captain. Nothing's perfect.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, freaking, like, there's already been freaking, like, there's already evidence of freaking, like, ballot tampering and freaking ballot trashing, ballot dumping.
No, Jet Wash. Jet Wash, you cannot vote online. You cannot vote online.
No, that's a really that's like, okay. I don't necessarily freaking like completely agree with the freaking way that they've got it. I don't necessarily completely disagree with it either. But voting online, no, you just can't do it.
Yeah, that's why they didn't allow people to vote online, because you think there's an issue now. Could you imagine if people are allowed to vote online? It's not. You know as well as I do, Jet Wash, that you can breach security. Anyway, you get a good hacker or whatever you want to call them, they can breach the ballot.
Any online computer can be hacked.
Right, any computer, any system can be hacked, whether it's government or not. It's been proven. So they did not want it to be online. And I agree. I don't think voting should be allowed online.
No, definitely not. When you go to freaking vote online and it says that you've already voted, and
Right, Jimmy C. Jimmy
you know
C.
something's messed
I
up.
agree. I agree, Jimmy C. Jimmy C said more people voted because we are all divided and more young have gone to the polls. Exactly. And your statement ain't necessarily a bad thing, Jimmy C, because young people do need to go to the polls. Young people need to go to the polls not because we're divided. You know, I think young people went to the polls because they're angry and they're angry at Trump. And I don't think that's a reason to vote. I don't think because you're
No,
angry at
it's
one
not.
person that you should vote against the other and not look at the pros and cons of that other person.
I agree and I disagree at the same time, and this is why. I agree that you should be freaking voting, by looking at every aspect of both freaking candidates or whoever, all three, all 10, if there's 10 candidates, okay? But I also freaking disagree. If somebody's gonna freaking go and vote because they're pissed off, that's still their right.
Right,
I
exactly.
don't like it. No,
Right.
I don't freaking like that. But I can't do anything about it, and that's somebody else's prerogative. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the way it is.
You know how many Will Smiths are in the world, Jet Wash? And again, a lot of this is all coming out because of anger right now. And this is what I feel. I sound like I'm talking to my children because I tell my children the same thing when they get angry at one another and they're fighting. When you're angry, a lot of shit gets written and a lot of shit gets said and a lot of you don't think. You react, you don't think. So I think right now everything needs to calm down and it needs to people need to go in with a rational head.
I'll take 2 Valiums, please.
Right. Everyone needs to go in for a rational head and a clear head, not be biased to handle this situation. Because right now there's way too many people angry. And like Captain said, everyone knows this. I can't stand Donald Trump. I do not like this man. But if I wasn't in quarantine, I would have voted for him.
Use
Because
the
I'm going to say this over and over and over again. For the very reason I cannot stand this man is the very reason why I believe he was the one that should have still ran this country.
he
So,
um
and
he he's the epitome of the fat cat. He
right,
is the freaking model for the freaking quintessential businessman. Okay,
right.
and that's why there's a lot of people that admire him, and that's why there's just as many people that despise him.
And I think I don't. This has nothing to do with Biden winning, Trump losing, the fraud in the votes, whatever, whatever. I love America. I love this country I live in. I would live nowhere else. I want a better future for my children. I want a better future for me when I'm older and I can't work or whatever. I want to see equality for everybody, not just the wealthy. You know, I want to see it fair for everybody. And in this country, it hasn't exactly been fair for the people like me and Captain and the ones that are struggling. It just hasn't. Nobody can explain how did Biden get all these votes, yet the Democrats lost seats in the House state legislature. Right. Nobody can explain anything. But also the other issue is this year, this election year has been different than others because of the mail-in ballots and people being allowed to vote early.
What's up, Moose Tube? How you doing?
So, you know, all I'm saying is that us as American people need to um, stop with the anger for a minute and let justice prevail and let it go through the courts and do what they have to do. And then after that's done, then we'll see what it truly happened. But
Just
being
like
angry, go on, I'm sorry.
just like baseball, it's not over till it's over.
That's right. You know, so right now we need to calm down, let the dust settle, and let the people that are working on this do their job and don't spread hate. Don't let what Donald Trump. This is one of my biggest pet peeves with him is his arrogance, and he doesn't see what he's doing. Don't let him convince us as American people to spread hate and to be violent and to be, not that he's spreading the violence, 'cause I don't think he's doing that, but he is, he is causing an uproar. He is causing there to be hate and question. And us as American, I'm just frustrated because on one side I see the Biden supporters that are happy that he won, doing peaceful gatherings and celebrations, and then there's the Donald Trump supporters who are being ignorant and causing the uproar.
What's up, Mike?
Go look at Twitter, Jet Wash. Go look at Twitter. Go look at Twitter. And you don't act like a child because you didn't get what you want. And you've already started all these lawsuits and you have people looking in to make sure that you wasn't cheated. So let them do their job. You sit back, shut up, and still run this country.
I gotta tell you this. From what I've seen in the freaking, not just the debates or whatever, but that's a good example. But from what I've seen between Trump and Biden this whole election cycle, childishness from both of these clowns.
Exactly. And no, he shouldn't
No
be
doubt
doing this,
about it.
Jet Wash. He should not be doing this. Seattle, right now, from the riots, is almost in ruins. This isn't a time to encourage more hatred and anger and all that. He's not saying it, but because of where our country is already, it's going to turn to violence.
So it's been violence all freaking year.
Exactly. So
Been
there needs
rioting
to
all
be
fucking year.
right. There needs to be peace. He, as our leader, he needs to come in and ask for peace. The only thing I respect about Biden, whether I agree he should be president or not, is that that's what he's been encouraging every time he came up and spoke. Is that he's encouraging for peace. He's encouraging not for the violence. He's encouraging us to stand together as Americans and stop dividing. I understand this whole election is fucked up. It is. But we shouldn't be fighting amongst each other because other countries are looking at that right now, and that's making us look weak.
Yeah, come on, man. I had to.
Stick with it. I agree, stick with it. This is all bad. It's all
What up,
bad.
sick?
Like, Seattle don't want his help. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The Dems are the ones fighting. They're not all Democrats fighting, Jimmy. Let's be real here. Not all them idiots that are rioting in Seattle and everywhere else are just Democrats. Let's not put it all on one party. That's the problem. That's what causing the division. I love you to death, Jimmy, but that right there is what causing the problem. It's not a Democrat or Republican problem. It is our nation's problem as one, not a one particular political party. But he is the winner, Joe Wash. He is the winner. There's not the media calling him the winner. He is the winner. It's not just the media calling him the winner at this time. He is the winner.
Regardless of whether or not he's the winner, Trump is going to freaking take that dude to court.
Right.
He's going to take it to the Supreme Court. I'm not saying I like that idea, but that's what he's going to do.
And Jet Wash, you're saying fuck this country. I mean, fuck what other countries think. No, you don't want to fuck what other countries think because right now we are weak. Right now we are vulnerable. And the political parties, our government is more worried about fighting each other than worried about what's going on here. And we talked about this last night on my stream. When you are vulnerable and we're not paying attention, it's exactly what happened at 9/11. Bill Clinton got informed that they were going to attack us on 9/11, but because they were changing hands and never got passed on to Bush. So then what happened? We got attacked and millions of people died. That is what's going to happen right now. If our government doesn't stop fighting each other and realize there still is a country to protect and run. When we are vulnerable, that's when other countries are going to come in and get us. That is my point. And we are in no position to go into any kind of war. Like last night, Lone Star asked why other countries are now involved in what's going on, like United Kingdom and Australia. They're involved because if we get dragged into a war, because they are allies, they come with us. And the United Kingdom, because of all the changes that are happening with them, they're in no position to come fight any war that could have been prevented. Jeb was the Democrats did not, Obama did not shut down the government to fight for illegals. And he shut the government down for 3 days.
I don't think he's talking about Obama.
Oh, I only know about Obama, the Democrats shutting it down. And I don't, here's another thing. And you're a Canadian, so, no, that not that makes a difference, but our country was built on immigrants, just so y'all know. And I'm going to say this again, Jet Wash, if the election is thrown out and we have to start all over, it's not going to be done by January. And nobody wants Pelosi running this country. So again, nobody's thinking about that factor.
I want her dead. I mean, oh, did I say that out loud? Oh,
it doesn't matter, Jet Wash. It doesn't matter, Jet Wash.
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one.
I understand, Jet Wash. I should have never said that. I was trying to make it a ha-ha, but it came out wrong, so I apologize. And no, this isn't going to be done for a while.
No, Jet Wash won't get mad at you. He'll just insult you.
No, Trump didn't start a war, Jet Wash. Trump didn't. I mean, Trump hasn't started a war, but if this continues, I foresee a war happening.
Told you.
I know I didn't mean it, Alexander. I was trying to joke with Jet Wash, and it came out all wrong. Should have never said it.
What's up, Jimmy?
Lisa. Oh, thank you, Billy and Mom.
Hello.
Hello. And I'm not trying to dispute politics. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that we need to come together and not.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth talking about right now because we have no idea where this fucking thing's going. So let's
as of right now, Biden is president until it's overturned or maybe overturned or whatever.
No, as of right now, Trump is still president.
Well, elected. Biden is the elected president.
Biden is president-elect apparent.
Yeah, exactly. So no one's there anywhere yet. So let's just freaking wait till the courts actually make that real and, go from there.
That's the point I'm trying to bring. That's the point.
The only one dividing this country still are the weirdos that were freaking rioting because they had an opportunity to. And none of them are actually Democrat or Republican. They're losers. Simple as that. And they're bent on the destruction of our government to begin with. And in Donald Trump offered those poor states help. They did not want it. Okay. So that mess is not up for Donald to clean up.
Hey, Vanessa. That's the point. That's the point I was trying to make. Nobody wants her as president. That's the point of what I'm trying to make, Vanessa. We don't want Pelosi in there running the state country. That's not. I'm neither Democrat or Republican, and I'm not I'm like Captain. I don't affiliate with any party, and I know.
Jimmy,
no,
Jimmy, I love you, buddy. He came in just to beak off for a couple of minutes, and then. Okay, no problem.
He already has the electoral college. He already has the electoral votes. Once he won once Biden won Pennsylvania, it put him over. So at this point, no matter if whatever Trump gets Georgia and whatever the other states are still counting, he can't beat. There's no way he's gonna
cement down the toilets. There you go.
Yeah. Well, he did say he's not gonna admit defeat, and he's not gonna leave peacefully, which pisses me off too. But he said that long before he even thought he was gonna lose. So
I don't remember him saying that.
yeah, he said it when
people said that he said it. I must have
he
missed the
did.
memo.
It was on Twitter when him and Nancy Pelosi were
whatever.
going at it. That's the problem. Like, stay off Twitter, man. Stay off Twitter. Please stay off Twitter right now. Like,
Twitter,
shut up.
the Twitter wars is just beyond
Right.
me. I don't go on there for a reason, because people would get freaking disgraced on the daily.
Jimmy, ability of mine was funny. Jimmy don't like Obama, but he just did the Obama mic drop.
Yeah, make a nice poop souffle and just freaking paint the heaters with it. Like, you'll never see this coming. Ability Mom, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, a little bit Ability Mom. Yeah, a little bit mic drop.
Yeah, Christina, the problem is, and again, I've been avoiding Fox News because they're dickheads. They either just they've been really bad through this whole election. And I'm gonna assume that the TV station that did that was Fox, because I've been watching CNN and they haven't called Biden president yet. They called him the elected president. So I'm gonna assume it's Fox.
Apparently.
Yeah, president-elect. So I'm gonna assume that the television network that did that was Fox, because they're the ones being dickheads.
Oh yeah. Hi. Speaking of dickheads, hi Jim.
What dickhead? If I stay up here all night, I'm gonna get all fucking flustered. What happened?
Christina, shut up. You're cracking me up. Look, I'm not trying to get people mad. I just wanted to do the short stream to see
to see what kind of pot you can stir.
No, that's your job, Jimmy. You're good at that. And if I am pot stirring, I've learned from the best. That would be you. That would be you.
You are though, because it's like, just shut up, because that's all us little folk can really do right now is just shut up and watch. Okay.
Lisa, I appreciate
just watch
that
the show. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, I appreciate that you have a brain in your head, Lisa, and that you're not just freaking like, oh fuck all these Republican bastards.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy because oh man, you got to look at my own state. Okay, my own state freaking ousted almost every fucking standing Democrat. Okay, they're out. Almost every one of them. All right, and we vote for freaking for a Democrat. What? Our state's all red in every other category.
Yes, Gemma, they are. Biden is going to be making his speech soon. It is official, despite what Jet Wash is saying, that as of right now, he is run and he is the elected president.
According to the BBC, but yeah, we all know how accurate they are.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. There's too many lawsuits still happening. There's days. You won't know for days. It does, Moose Tube. It's no sense at all. It's like, what? How do we, I'm talking, these people have been in office 20 years, and the only one I think we got stuck with is Jean Shaheen. I'm like, huh?
So
how we didn't get her out?
Vanessa Kitty found a place that actually makes cast iron cauldrons. A 90-gallon cast iron pot. It's a cauldron.
Yeah. Right, Christina. I'm neither Democrat or Republican. I'm not affiliated like Kathy. And like I've said over and over again, I cannot stand Donald Trump. I do not like him. But if I wasn't in quarantine and I was able to get out and vote, I didn't vote early because who knew I would have had to been tested because I was sick and stuck in quarantine. I would have voted for Trump for the same very reasons. I hate the man. No, don't hate. Hate's a strong word. I dislike him.
Yeah.
Strongly dislike him.
I agree. He's a bit of an asshole. But, the boss doesn't need to be a nice guy.
And, yeah. So, and I think right now the best thing Donald Trump should do is stay the fuck off Twitter, stop stirring the pot,
Hey, that's just fucking
and let his
that's
legal
just
team
entertainment for the sheeples, okay?
do their job and shut the fuck up, because we all know when you're in a battle like you're in, whether it's this big of a battle in the court or a smaller battle, the less you say, the better. So Trump needs to just shut up right now and let
No,
the legal
you
team handle
can't
it.
change the leopard spots, girl.
Hey, I'll tell you this. You know that place on the ballot where you could freaking write in your own freaking candidate? Garfield. Every time. Garfield. And I'm not talking about President Garfield. I'm talking about Garfield the comic cat.
That's not my crazy man. I'm not from Chicago. I'm from New York. But I'm here in New York is crazy too. So
Well, I think we need our first freaking shithead president, and I'm running next year.
It's too bad Roddy Piper's dead.
4 years. We're gonna start it right now.
I'm not. It's not
he's
Trump's
Canadian, never
trolls
mind.
that wash. I'm not stupid. Have you ever, since you've met me, do I come across as an ignorant, dumb woman? No, it's not Trump's troll accounts I'm watching. It's Trump's. As soon as you make a fucking Twitter account, the first person they offer you as a friend is Donald Trump.
Yep.
It's his Twitter account. It's not a troll.
Yeah.
I'm not even associated to any of his troll accounts on Twitter. It's his.
It's all right. I'm looking at the wrong fucking picture. I wanna. There we go.
Boy, I've done that a bunch of times.
Well, no, I'm fucking looking. I was looking at the YouTube.
That's not trolling, Jet Launch. Trolling is totally different than what Trump is doing.
I'm like, the fucking what? Drive me crazy.
Trump is stirring the pot. That's what Trump is doing, and he just.
That's what a president's supposed to do.
No, not right now, Jimmy. Not with.
It doesn't matter when, where.
He is and angry he is.
You understand politics.
I do understand politics. My dad was a politician.
Right.
And my dad was a diehard Republican. So
was he the guy that handed out fishing licenses at the town hall?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
No, he was a sergeant at arms at the Moose Hall, though.
No, not that. Well, kind of. So he was. He was the president of the Firemen's Club.
That's the same thing. It's the same thing. Dude, I got the club wrong. Okay. And speaking of freaking Moose Tube, aren't you in Maryland, Delaware area? I need a Delaware state license plate. Anyone in the chat got one?
Want a Delaware license plate?
Yeah.
Why?
Because a fellow YouTuber's nephew is doing a project, and he needs all 50 states license plates. The only one he couldn't get is Delaware.
Huh. Okay.
So I figured I'd ask.
Delaware is kind of a tiny state. There's not a lot of license plates there.
Dan Magena said, "What kind of car are you stealing?"
A DeLorean. What are those cars worth stealing?
Yeah, they do. Twitter keeps flagging Donald Trump's tweets, and he's getting mad. But
yeah, that's why he keeps doing it.
But in hindsight, it's for his own good.
It's not for its own good. You can't.
Yeah, it is.
You can't silence free speech.
They're doing it.
Well, Donald Trump, like,
doesn't matter what he writes. He can piss. It's entertainment value. Anyone that pays any attention to the shit he's putting on there they're a fool. It's all smoke and mirrors. Doesn't matter what he's putting in there. Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, he was promoting violence at one time, fishing with Christina.
Smoke and mirrors.
Even though people saying he wasn't, I seen his tweets. No, Jenna, down, Jenna. You ain't got to be quiet, Jenna. I started this live stream for a little bit before I get the kids to bed and go live later, is because I wanted everyone's opinion, the honest and open opinion without fighting and people getting mad. It's kind of like a friendly debate.
Mad. Who's gonna get mad about this shit?
A lot of people, Jimmy. Not me.
I'm over it.
You know,
I'm
if
over
you're
it.
getting
As soon as
mad
the fucking,
over any of this, you're a
as soon as
buffoon.
the election began, as soon as they started voting, I
Yeah.
was just like, you know what? I don't even fucking care anymore.
You know,
Done.
And
if you don't get
Christina,
mad
that's what
over
I've
it,
been
just
saying all night. That's what
go
I've been
go run
saying
for
all night.
office.
That's exactly what I've been saying all night. As a leader of this nation, you need to think before you speak. That is his problem. He doesn't do that, and that's why we're so close to having it out with Korea.
Oh
I
my
agree.
ass! Don't bring up Korea. Come on,
I
they
agree.
haven't
I don't.
shot us. When was the last
I'm
time they
not
did
gonna
a
get
nuke
into
test?
the Korea thing, but I do think he needs, as the leader of this nation, he does need to think before he
Yeah.
speaks.
Korea can kiss my balls.
And just so you all know, okay, if you want, if you go into deep into these conspiracy theory shit, all right, this is what they want us to do. Okay, the freaking
Exactly.
this is all part of their plan. Get
Exactly.
divide, get us all hating on us, hating on one another. Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier, Jimmy. I
Yeah.
agree. They want us fighting. They want us divided.
Yep.
And our government needs to see this and pull their shit together because it's making us vulnerable, in my opinion.
The country divided. The riots are incited.
hmm Yep. That's what they want. Split it up. Let us thin out the herd so they don't have to.
Hey, why should we fire the bullets? Let's get them to kill each other. Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
So you gotta beat them at their own game.
As my friend James once said, fuck them and feed them beans.
We have been having problems with our countries for many
Other
years. It is nothing new. We should not be trying to make friends and focus on making
a
us.
better country. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I said that earlier too, how about?
That's what Donald Trump was doing. That's why I ain't worried about Korea. I ain't worried about fucking China. I ain't worried about Mexico. Build the fucking wall. Get us back to fucking work. Let's start building shit here and stop buying shit from China.
Damn it, Jenna said, why does fish live in salt water?
We are
Because pepper
completely
makes them sneeze.
right now. We are completely energy independent. We do not need Saudi oil. We do not need Chinese coal. We do not
Yeah, for the first
need
time in how long?
any
Right? But
other
Hello,
countries to
Bashful.
help us.
Hello, Bashful. Hello, Bashful.
Hi, Bashful. How you doing? Good to see you.
but all our fucking shit comes from China. Need a part. Got to get it from China. Need a part. Doesn't matter what part it is. VCR, TVs, fuck cars, toys, fucking everything. Everything comes from China.
Lame.
Your clothes, your sneakers, freaking hell, freaking even companies that were diehard but made in America now use China for sources for some of their stuff or all of it.
I love.
Nike, Converse, you know.
I'm happy you like your new headset, Wolfie. I'm glad. Bashful said gas prices are good back to $4 a gallon.
Damn.
Oh yeah, of course.
What the hell? It was just like $2 the other day.
Well, you're changing presidents. Priorities, man. Priorities.
And
They're
how is that Biden's fault? He's not even our president yet. That's not his
It ain't
fault.
gone up yet. The gas ain't gone up yet. It's gonna.
So you're not allowed to make friends with UK even if their heart is in the right place? Alexander, I don't know what you're talking about. We are friends with UK. They're our ally. What are you
That's funny,
thinking?
Jenna.
Oh my god damn it.
The UK. We're not worried about the UK.
The UK is our ally.
I don't know. I don't know if you know. I don't know if Alexander's on the same page as us right now.
I know. I was just thinking, if there's problems with the UK, I'm unaware of it. I've been here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have tons of friends in UK, New
I do
Zealand,
too.
Australia, freaking.
I don't care where you're from, what color, religion, creed, any of that you are. None of
I
that
got
matters
friends.
to me.
I got friends in the Netherlands, friggin' Germany, friggin' like Philippines. But what the hell? But I definitely had a lot of friends.
Uh-huh.
I have friends in Scotland. Alexander Smith is my friend. I have friends in
Oh, Bash was
Scotland.
saying.
I have
Bash was
friends in.
saying. Bash was saying when they put regulation on the
Oh yeah,
energy.
don't forget the carbon tax that's coming.
I have
Oh
friends
yeah,
in Wales. I
you're
have
gonna
friends in
love
England.
that one.
I have friends in Northern Ireland. I have friends in Ireland.
I know the one thing that bothers me about Biden is that he has already said this is that if the numbers keep rising with COVID, he is going to shut the country down again.
Yeah,
That bothers me.
yeah,
That bothers me.
y'all gonna be locked down.
I haven't really seen that much.
Or the way I see it, any Democratic state will be locked down.
No, he's talking about locking down the whole country, not just a
Yeah, well,
Democratic state.
Dude, our governor has effectively freaking curtailed any freaking serious travel anyway. So whatever.
the state of New Hampshire was number 2 in the list of worst compliant to the mandates that they passed out.
That's not surprising.
Okay, number 2.
That's not surprising.
Worst. All right, and we've still been that way, and we got shit for numbers.
What was
All
the
right.
first one? Alaska.
We still haven't had 500
Well,
dead.
South Dakota wasn't complying very well neither, and our numbers have skyrocketed, even in my
Yeah,
little
we
town.
still haven't had 500 dead.
Well, our numbers are bad right now,
Yeah,
and
for dead.
all
What's the
around.
actual dead? Your actual.
I'll look
dead
up the number in a minute. If I click out, I'm gonna lose you.
All right, all right. What
I'm
is
on
your
my
state?
phone.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
South Dakota.
Bring out your dead.
Well,
And
actually,
people here, I'm telling you, people
dead.
here in South Dakota are not wearing their masks like they should be. They're not social distancing. They're
and we
not.
never have here. The fucking kids were playing basketball all fucking spring in the parks. Or freaking no, it didn't matter. They didn't give a fuck.
Exactly. Why the fuck should anyone be dying?
COVID rates for South Dakota.
I need to you need to what? What do you need to do, damn it?
What do you want to do with your life?
53,000 cases. Actually, 50. We'll call it 54,000. 523 deaths. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Well, I know. I get these text messages from the superintendent of schools and from the whatever the board is here that you call it. And they're talking about our town's numbers skyrocketing.
Are you in Minnehaha County?
No, I'm in Davidson County.
Well, Davison doesn't even list in the top 5 of bad areas in your state.
I didn't say it was the worst area. I said our numbers are right.
I'm just saying your area is not even in the top 5.
Yeah, we're in the least concern right in my area. So
Minnehaha has 123 deaths.
As I was saying, I got an email and a text message from the superintendent of schools and from our board, but where they sit down and have the meetings and shit. Yeah. And if the numbers keep rising like they are, that they're going to suggest or put in place a stay-at-home order.
Can do.
I don't know if our governor is gonna like that very much because our mayor and our governor don't seem to get along very well.
Well, this week is down. This week is down from last week, with last week being your peak. And you guys still haven't hit 2,000 in a day, so.
Hey, Mr. Stokers, how you doing?
Hey, Mr. Stokers.
Good to see you.
Do you live anywhere near the southeastern corner of that state? Lisa? The bottom right-hand corner.
No, I believe I'm in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the best place to be.
Hey,
I know Sioux Falls. I know Sioux Falls is pretty bad.
Yeah, whatever is right there where Minneapolis, I right there on the bottom corner on the east side,
Mineola.
you know, where like the 3 other states touch. That's your
Mineola.
worst. You know, well, Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota, they're all
Right.
like right there. And
Hey, I'll tell you what, Wolfblade. Donald Trump, if he did say that, he's not the first one to freaking refer to the Canucks as the frosty Mexicans.
the frosty Mexicans, I've never heard that one.
Well, just because he ain't the first one doesn't mean it's right.
What? What? It's racist? Fuck, whatever.
Everything's racist, dude. Whatever. Who cares?
Whatever. You know?
Everything is racist.
You know,
Bananas are freaking racist.
you can't mention a race. You know, for for anything. Fuck.
I fucking love bananas.
Well, you need a laptop. You need a laptop charger, Mr. Stokers. Nope, I broke out, ran down the street. Sorry, Jenna.
Is calling Canada the Great White North racist now?
Oh, you live in New York in Jefferson County? Mr. Stokers, I used to live in Dutchess County.
Yeah.
You didn't live on the island, did you?
All New York is an island. It's one big fucking island.
New York City.
Bronx
Yeah.
is not on the island.
New York City.
Hello. Hello, Peaches.
Bronx is on the mainland. The rest of it, Staten Island is its island, is its own island. Manhattan is its own island. Queens,
It's kind
and
of
Brooklyn-
yeah,
and
I just
Brooklyn
came on real fast to talk
are on
about
the island.
the events of the day and be ending soon because Ken went live and I don't need to hear the shit. And I have to, shower and feed children and get them ready for bed so I can go live my normal time. I just want to see how everyone was feeling because, I've been, there's been some nice gatherings and celebrations, and then there hasn't been so peaceful ones.
I'm not as butthurt as I could have been.
I'm not butthurt at all. I'm not butthurt at all.
I could, all I know is I'm just, 4 more years of crap, so we'll live, we'll get through it, and hopefully Trump will run in 2024.
I doubt it.
On your toes.
No, if it stands and Biden does become our next president, because of the man Donald Trump is, he's gonna run in 2024. He's running.
Maybe.
He's running.
Right, exactly.
Maybe.
Because it was too close to call. So yeah,
Right.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely running in 2024. Hey, K&D Scrapping.
What up,
Dan? How you doing, Dan?
So that's all, Nora. I just came up here to see how everyone was feeling about today's events because it's kind of crazy right now, and I just want to make sure my peeps were good and no one was butthurt and too angry, and remember we were about to in about 5 minutes.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Butthurt Captain, what did someone kick you there? No, he's not butthurt. What I was saying is that we have bigger things in Miami, Florida, like we're going to get hit by a hurricane. So we have enough water, enough ice, enough canned food, canned goods and services if we do not have power. All right, chasing tails. Damn it, Jenna said, by the way, go Ducks. Quack, quack.
Yeah, just drop Ken's link. You want to go rate him and then call us a stream or?
Yeah. All right. So the link Jimmy just dropped is to my brother channel, Ken the Redneck Connection. And I'll see everybody later when we go live at 11:30. All right, hold on. I gotta go to the YouTube side. Oh, peace. So the raid is gonna be the Roundtable raid. Let me go to Ken. It's a good thing he's on my speed dial for YouTube. Oh, he's doing his intro. Is he talking? Is he doing his intro? Yeah, he's doing his intro.
Going.
Yeah, we'll wait till his intro is done.
All right.
No point of doing it until then.
That'll give everyone time to get there.
Well, I'm sorry that you're still kind of angry. Hot Rod. Don't leave yet, Christina. We got to raid Ken, and then we're leaving. Hello, and I want to thank everybody that came in. There's been like 23, almost 30 people here since I started, and I appreciate it. Everyone being respectful, giving their opinions and stuff. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. I want to be able to talk about stuff and people not get butthurt.
Chasing Tail gave it up. Lisa sent the link. Fuck, can I say? Do the raid. Fuck it.
All right, we're doing the raid. I'm about to hold on. I'm typing it in now. All right, I went.
They're all going anyway, so you know.
Raiders, don't forget to smash the thumbs up.
What do you guys want here?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're out.
All right, everybody that hasn't made it on to Ken's yet, please raid. I'll see everybody later at 11:30. Much love from the round table. Thank you for a good stream. Later.
Peace the fuck out.